Hey guys, I'm Joshua Clay with Woke Action-Based Coaching Systems, and now we're going to go over a barbell deadlift, okay? Now, remember, as with any deadlift variation, we're focused on pulling our hips back. Our torso is going to be nearly parallel to the floor, and we're going to try and maintain as best we can a nice vertical shin, okay? So this is going to be a more hip-dominant movement. Now, as always, we are also wanting to ensure that we're using that cue or thinking about that cue of putting our armpit in our pocket. And by doing so, we're engaging our lat and letting our lat stabilize our shoulder, okay? So this is gonna become really important once we really start getting to pulling heavier loads from the ground, okay? We're really gonna wanna make sure that we're engaging that lat to, again, stabilize that shoulder so that we're not getting any excessive protraction as we drive up and pull away from the ground, okay? Now, with a barbell deadlift, okay, remember with the kettlebell deadlift, we're always thinking about when we look down that the handle would be aligned in line with our midfoot, okay? We're gonna use that same logic here. So when we get set up, remember our feet are gonna be hip width apart. A lot of times people get set up with their feet excessively wide. We wanna make sure that our feet are either hip width or even inside hip width apart, okay? Now, when we get set up on this barbell deadlift, when we look down, we should see that the barbell is aligned directly over our midfoot, okay? So we don't want to align too far over our toes, or like a lot of people like to think, we don't want it too far back to where it's directly on our shin, okay? So when we look down, the barbell should be aligned directly over our midfoot, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull our hips back and get set up, okay? Now as always, we're thinking about putting our armpits in our pockets, okay? Now, one thing we're going to think about is when we drive up, everything is going to remain the same, okay? The only thing that is changing with the barbell deadlift is the modality. So whether it's a kettlebell deadlift, or a hex bar deadlift, or a barbell deadlift, the movement remains the same. All that's changing is the modality that we're utilizing, okay? So, get set up with the bar over midfoot, pull my hips back, hands are going to be directly outside my shins, shoulder blades together, okay? I'm going to go ahead, put my armpits in my pockets, big inhale before I drive up with a pause. And as I drive up, remember we're making sure not to overextend and put a ton of pressure on our lumbar. At the top, we're standing up straight with our shoulders, hips, and knees aligned. From here, my first movement is going to be pulling my hips back, keeping the barbell in tight, and pausing, okay? Now, with a barbell deadlift, remember, it's called a barbell deadlift, so we're going from a dead stop. So what we're not going to be doing is and bouncing it off the floor, okay? We're going to reset after every single rep and make sure that we treat each rep as an individual rep, okay? We're not going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? We're making sure to pause after each rep and own the movement. So let's go ahead and get 3 reps. Exhale on the way down. And that is a barbell deadlift.